Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Today, I want to give a quick shout outs to you guys first and foremost because I don't upload as consistent as I probably should, but you guys still watch my content. You guys still like my videos, and I want to give you guys a quick backstory. Before the CPC started, I had a lot of I mean, it's probably well deserved, but I get like a lot of haters or whatever. Um, really underestimating me, I feel, because um, I haven't faced the best quality of players, and for me and my direction of Pokemon, I always try to face the best of the best. And this is what this channel is about. It's about mostly, it's not about Let's Plays. It's not about it's mostly a competitive channel where I try to be as entertaining as possible. I'm not trying to be too serious with the cockiness, but I do try to be as best as I possibly can. And we made it to the CPC, and in the CPC there was a lot of good battlers here, and we made it to the finals. So I'm pretty thankful that I made it here against so many good opponents, and we're going to be definitely trying our hardest versus Abe. Abe is somebody who I haven't actually faced yet in league format, so this is going to be a first. This guy is like an Uber lord, like he's like the best like Uber player like of all time. So I'll leave his link down in the description below if you guys want to check him out. And guys like Maddie Brawlick and Gypsy King actually did not make it to the finals. I was a little shocked, but nevertheless, we will be facing Abe, and we're going to be trying our hardest. We're going to be showing, from here on out, I'm going to be facing as high caliber players as I can. So I'm going to be going over my team real quick, as it's got to be finals ready. I can't be bringing no scarf Galgies or anything like that, but most of the mons are pretty effective here. As first mon that I got is the Mega Houndoom, right? This guy's not seeing league format. He's making it to the CPC finals. We're gonna show these guys what Mega Houndoom's made of. So it's a pretty cool speed tier. That's my favorite thing about Houndoom, dude. It's so fast, and it's able to outspeed his whole entire team except for like Raikou maybe, and speed ties with it. But as you can see, it's like dual stabs, just smack him here with Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, and Taunt. Next behind Mama Jolt here is Jirachi. Another really cool thing is that I didn't have to outskill opponents with Iron Head and stuff like that. I actually don't really remember ever bringing Iron Head on Jirachi to begin with. I mean, maybe once or twice, but not really flinching anybody down. But yeah, we got Jirachi here. Once again, dual stabs, just really punish his team a lot. He had a Almola and stuff like that, which could have punished the Iron Head Jirachi. I'm not sure. Yeah, he had a couple Iron Head switch-ins here, being like Bronzong and Raikou, but I decided to bring Wish Protect as always, and Psychic Flash Cannon that once again just really hurt his team. Max Special Attack to really punish his team, because too I can Flash Cannon his Mew down to potentially get Spadef boosts, and even without Spadef boosts, modest Max Special Attack Flash Cannon, if he's offensive, it should be possible to a KO. Next, we got a little bit of tech here. We got an AV Mamoswine, but it has actually no HP. So the investment's all in attack and Spadef, and just enough speed to outspeed Mamoswine here. And Togekiss, so it has, I think, like 220 speed or something like that. It's got a decent chunk of speed, nevertheless. And the goal of Mamoswine here is to take hits from things like Raikou. It can take actually 2 Aura Spheres from Raikou if he does decide to bring that set, and it can take Air Slashes all day from the Togekiss, and even Giga Drain. So Mamoswine has a little bit of a problem breaking mons like Almamola. I mean, it does have Freeze Dry, but it does also struggle versus a Mega Venusaur that does have the thick fat ability, and even Mew. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to bring Endeavor. And that means his really two fat mons can't really recover up all the way, and they can eventually be revenged between the Mega Houndoom. As even things like Bronzong, getting an Endeavor on that if my Mamoswine does get low is really good. Of course, I have the Ice Shard for the Haxorus here, Earthquake, and Knockoff for the Bronzong. So next, I have a typical Landorus set, but it is pretty speedy to outspeed max speed Togekiss here. And obviously Venusaur as well. I don't expect him to bring max speed Venusaur, but it just guarantees a outspeed pretty much on most of his mons here. As I am carrying Stealth Rocks. The other move that I have is Earthquake, Sword Stance, and Smackdown. He only had 2 immunities to Earthquake, so I considered bringing Gravity, but it's kind of 50-50. I didn't expect him to bring Bronzong and Togekiss, so obviously in this matchup, the Gravity would be a little bit better. But, you know, I was pretty much thinking if he brought either one Bronzong or one Togekiss, I can smack that down and then just get a free Earthquake the next turn. Which is, you know, fine nevertheless, because Smackdown Earthquake still really is pretty good nevertheless. As yeah, I thought that was our best bet because I didn't really need to bring Knockoff because he's probably gonna have like a Color Berry or something like that maybe on the Bronzong. So I decided to just bring Smackdown and then just Earthquake it the next turn. So the next mon that I have is a Mismagius, and Mismagius and Licky Licky, the NUPU Mon gods, are coming to a finals match along with Mega Houndoom. So bring a little bit of heat here, as this Mismagius is here to really punish his really fat mons if he brings like a really fat team. Like for example, Mega Venusaur, bar like Jirachi, can wall most of my team in general. So I decided I wanted to bring a Mismagius with Calm Mind Substitute, where if he were to be a special set, a Giga Drain will not be able to break Mismagius sub at +1. So that's going to be really good for me. And as you can see, once again, he doesn't have a Shadow Ball switch in. His Shadow Ball switch in was Sneasel, which I also did pack a Dazzling Gleam on there too. And the Dazzling Gleam also hits the Haxorus as well. I have enough speed, I'll speed the Haxorus. Actually, I'll speed Mew as well, so that's really good for me. And the last mon here is Licky Licky. Dude, this thing has put in so much work. I could have picked Miltank up, but, you know, I decided I wanted to try out Licky Licky, and it has served me so well. But this was kind of my only answer to a Sneasel, as Sneasel just, you know, low kicks, Houndoom. It's you know, just really, you know, knock off the Jirachi, low kick the Mamoswine, Icicle Crash, knock off, and it really punishes my team. As you know, low kick's still very hard hit on Licky Licky. I can take 2 and just body slam it back. So that's kind of the team, and I wanted to lead off with something that really, 1, wall break this team, and 2, prevented his Stealth Rocker. So his 2 potential Stealth Rockers were most likely Bronzong, but it could have been Mew as well. That I decided, you know what, I want to lead off with my Houndoom as we get the Bronzong prediction right. And we have no reason not to go for Flamethrower, as if he is the Color Berry, I'm not sure if 2 Dark Pulses will be able to take him out, as Flamethrower should be able to 2-hit KO here, as it does. I could have set up a nasty plot, but I didn't want to potentially set up a nasty plot and go out to Spadef Togekiss and Thunder Wave me or something like that. So I just go for a safe Flamethrower. Go for another Flamethrower. Maybe he thought I was going to Dark Pulse this turn, but no, I'm just going to go for Flamethrower. It does a ton of damage, so he's probably Scarf. So I just go out into my Mamoswine as he goes for an Aura Sphere here, which is super effective versus Mamoswine, but I hardly noticed. So he goes out in a Mew. I actually predict that, and I go for the Endeavor as he goes for a Soft Boil. I'm just gonna get rid of this thing's Polar Berry as I didn't see an item there. So he goes for a Vacuum Wave as that does nothing, absolutely nothing. And now he's probably just gonna try to burn something, but no, he just goes for the Soft Boil. So now I get a sub, and he goes out into Mega Venusaur, and that's very, very good for me because now I get a free Calm Mind, and now I'm gonna really start nuking his team. But he does pack the roar, so he came ready. As I'm just gonna go out to my Licky, get a free Wish Off into my Mismagius, and now something's gonna take a Shadow Ball. And yeah, so he goes out into his Venusaur. Maybe I can get a Spadef drop. No, I do not get the Spadef drop, but I'm just gonna set up a Calm Mind just in case he goes for a Synthesis, but he gets the crit as that's really gonna punish one of my win conditions being a crit, but I do have leftovers, which is fine. It would have been obviously less, only done 25%, but oh well. He wishes us, he roars us out to Jirachi, so I guess that's payback, I guess, for getting the crit, but we're just able to fire off a Psychic as he goes out into the Bronzong, sets up a screen, which is fine because I can just get up my rocks. Actually, no, I go for a Swords Dance here because I came ready. I'm getting my kill, and he burns my Landorus, which is fine because I should be able to get a kill, a KO on the Mew as he goes out into his Togekiss. Once again, fine because now I can get up my rocks as he goes out into the Bronzong. He's just trying to burn stall me, but I don't really need Landorus at all because he doesn't have a physical Venusaur. So that's mainly what it was for, and Haxorus I have other alternatives of beating it. So I set up a Wish here, no reason not to, and I just go up into my Mismagius as he does get a free recover on the Mew, but once again, I'm just going to start really hitting his team very hard with Shadow Balls. As now that I have Stealth Rocks, Venusaur's not as good of a switch in to Mismagius. So now he goes out into the Haxorus, and I can't let this thing just set up freely, so I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. That does a ton of damage. So now I have no reason to keep my Landorus here. I'm just going to go out into my Landorus as he goes for a Dragon Claw. I do not live two of them, but Landorus did all I needed to do. And yeah, so we just sacked the Landorus there, and now I'm going to go out into Mamoswine because I do have the Ice Shard. He is Yachi Berry, but that is not going to be enough here as he goes out into his Bronzong. But that's going to drop too because I do pack the knockoff as he is Rocky Helmet, but he does whittle my Mamoswine a little bit more. So now things are really looking good because I'm going to make sure his Venusaur does not recover up. As he does recover, sacks the Togekiss. I get the Endeavor off, so that was a very nice play by Abe. But we're able to pick off the Togekiss there, and now he goes out into the Raikou. So I'm up 5-2. So I'm in a very good position, and I do not want to choke the game away. So I decide I do have Ice Shard, but just in case if he starts trying to like set up or whatever, that's the only way that I can lose. So I just go for Earthquake there, or actually I go for the Endeavor, and then Endeavor Ice Shard was kind of my play there, just in case he was Magnet Rise. So now he goes into the Venusaur, onto the Mismagius, and once again I'm just gonna keep Shadow Balling, hoping I get a Spadef drop or something along the lines. Mismagius is meant to beat his Venusaur, so I'm very content with this. This matchup, as now we do actually get the Spadef drop finally, as now, a little bit unfortunate obviously, but it was going to happen eventually, as he roars me out into my Mega Houndoom. I click Flamethrower, I get a kill, and now it's Raikou versus the world, and I decide, you know what, once again, I'm just going to Flamethrower. He wins the potential speed tie, as that's fine. He shows that he is most likely, he's not Life Orb, he's not Lefties, so he's probably Choice Scarfed because that's showing that he's Choice Scarf damage. So he's just going to keep spamming Volt Switch as two Psychics from Jirachi is able to take him out. We get the kill, and GG Abe. So this was a very fun season of the CPC. The next league format that I'm going to be in is the MPO, which once again I'm very excited for. So I'm glad you guys were able to watch this whole series of the CPC, and it was a really fun one. I want to give it also a shout out to Joey for hosting the CPC. It was a very fun league. And right now also the off season's going on right now, so I hope you guys check out the CPC off season. And until next time, sign out, guys. Peace.